we hang that
He
thing?
can get that like the next 14 days, and he can give it time to.
Yeah, you were in my, the other guy you two? The other gentleman that had something.
It's Mr. Getty. He's been here one other time.
I didn't realize it. You're cured. How are you? Doing all right? How are you? Good.
Oh, good. I was like, where is everybody?
We'll follow up with that. That goes straight to our finance department. I'm good with that. Person one, that's okay.
Yeah. You to the trailer treat again this year, Stan? You gonna try to knock it out of the park or what?
Well, you're still here.
That's right now. Yeah, can't do it. But it's in your mind. No, we're thinking about it. So serious now.
Okay. So now, you brought that up, and none of the rest of us know about it, so whatever it is, we've shown interest. I've caught. We have a, well, look at that, there it is. Call meeting to order. Let's have a roll call.
Mr. Dewey.
Here.
Mr. Faust.
Here.
Mr. Getty.
Here.
Mr. Murphy.
Here.
Mr. Reed.
Here.
Mr. Wilkinson.
Here.
Mr. Wilson.
Here. That's everybody, right? Yeah, we're all present.
Wow.
Motion to adopt the agenda.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. The agenda is adopted. Looky here, I'm on the wrong page. It's all good up to this point. Approval of minutes from the July 8th meeting. Everybody but me was here at that meeting, so.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Anybody against approving that? Nope. Got no public comments, right?
No one wanted to speak.
So we have a public hearing and nobody's here for that. Resolution 24-02, a resolution of the Industrial Development Board approving the issuance of a revenue bond and related documents to finance a project to be owned and operated by Goodwill Industries of Middle Tennessee. I would like to ask our attorney.
Would you, for the public hearing, would you open the public hearing and close it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just for the public hearing portion.
I got you.
So
All right, I got you.
public wanted to speak.
Do we have anybody went to enjoy the public hearing or be heard in the public hearing?
No one signed up for that.
No one signed up, so we're closing the public hearing. All right. So Valerie, give me the under 3 minute thought of my mind.
Can we look at our agenda and?
Oh, yeah, we just need to file a new business.
Yeah, because we're not following the agenda. Because that was just the public hearing part, and so now we're moving to new business.
Well, I thought we had, I'm trying to do this all by myself evidently, and
You're fine.
I'm stumbling up.
You're doing good.
So if we could just do the utility easements first.
That's not the way it is on here.
Oh.
New business? All right, yeah, the public hearing was about the,
That's just so the public can talk.
about Goodwill Industries.
Yeah, there was nobody here to speak on it, so we'll move on to new business, and then we'll get to A, and then B is where you really need to ask your question.
Yeah, here, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, there's no telling what would happen if you weren't on
He's already deferred to you, so.
So we have a motion to, or not a motion necessarily, but we're here to approve or reject 2 utility easements for the White House Utility District for CAST Development located at 418 Industrial Drive. Y'all want to talk about that one?
These are just 2 simple utility easements that they need for their project.
Yeah.
And you don't have the authority to sign these without getting the board to approve them.
All right.
So that's all that they are.
All right, could I get a motion to approve this?
I'll motion to approve it. Second.
All in favor? All opposed? All right, that's done. This is the one I wanted to have explained to me. I didn't get this, not that it would have helped, but I didn't get this till a few minutes ago. And, then just in what it talks about, it sounds like we're involved in a loan, and I need to be assured that we're not.
Well, I can assure you that the city has no liability for the loan. I think it would be best if we called Alex Buchanan up to talk to us. He is the, counsel for Pinnacle Bank, and although I feel confident that the city has no liability, I feel like he could do a much better job explaining it to you than I can, so.
Okay, the monkey's on your back, sir.
Appreciate y'all coming today, and, I know you're busy enough and don't need to, don't want to waste any time. So this is a conduit bond, which means that in order to get the advantageous, federal tax treatment, we have to have a governmental issuer issue the bond for that, and that's the White House Industrial Development Board. What the documents say is that the payments are going to be made by goodwill, and that the city or the county or the industrial board have no liability. Pinnacle Bank can buy the bond. They are solely responsible for monitoring every covenant in the loan agreement. They will be responsible for if goodwill doesn't pay, they will bring a lawsuit against goodwill and collect for that. That will not involve the industrial board, and so it's it's basically the industrial board facilitates this loan, but it doesn't have liability for the payment of the bond or the notice issued in connection with that.
So a municipal entity has to make this happen, and it can't happen if we don't go along with it.
That's right.
But there's absolutely, positively no obligation after it gets going. See, that's what messes with my head. Most everything I have helped facilitate, I've had some obligation.
Yeah. There's zero liability, and, you know, lawyers will tell you lots of things, but I mean, the city of White House or the industrial board will not have liability under this bond.
Okay. So, we have any other thoughts or discussion about that? This gentleman, I feel like probably knows exactly what he's talking about, but, if there are any questions, concerns about it from anybody else?
And Tim, actually, at the last meeting, sir, we approved the transaction generally,
Okay.
but this is just to approve the document. That, you know, we might make some tweaks to the documents, but really what we're approving today is the form of the documents and authorizing you to sign them.
Any other thoughts or questions or suggestions?
On our financials, it will show somewhere, I'm assuming.
I think it will be a note to our financials, isn't that correct?
I'm sorry?
Isn't it, he asked how it would be shown on our financials, it would just be a note to our financials.
It's a note on your audit financials. It's supplemental information that tracks every year the amount of industrial bonds you have outstanding. So beginning next year, and for this year, for 2024, you'll have to show we have 5,400,000 bonds outstanding. Pinnacle Bank, under these documents, has the obligation to inform you on a yearly basis what the, you know, it's gonna be an amortizing principal amount, so it'll be going down over a 15-year period.
Thank you.
And Alex, just for the benefit of the people who aren't here, I mean, if you could tell, like, that what, you know, about Goodwill has used this in different cities, and about, you know, other kinds of,
Yeah.
industries that use this
So
financing.
you have different kinds of bonds that are potentially issued by the Industrial Development Board. Some of them are, I guess, the manufacturing facilities. Clearly Goodwill is not that, but the industrial board is also allowed to issue bonds for the benefit of 501c3 organization. That's a not-for-profit corporation. And so across Tennessee, basically, there are lots and lots of bonds that are issued on behalf of or for the benefit of a 501c3 organization, whether it be a private school, it can be a university, it can be, in this case, Goodwill has got several that are outstanding.
Okay.
Cumberland Heights, you name your favorite not-for-profit, and they have at least the potential to get it issued through an industrial board for their benefit.
How much does it save?
Well, it's close to a point,
Okay.
1%.
So has the city done this before?
This is our first time doing this. Because really you see it more in bigger cities,
Sure.
you know, and so this is our first time doing this before.
But you're happy with it?
I'm happy with it, yes.
Okay, all right. Any more discussion? We have a motion?
Motion approved.
Can you give a second?
I'll second.
All right. We have a motion approved and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, I would assume it's approved.
Thank you very much.
And then also, just so you guys realize, and I should have said this before, the resolution also includes a, debt management policy, I think you guys saw that, and a, tax exempt policy. Tax exempt bond policy. And so we're approving those policies as well. They are policies that are, recommended by the state for us to have in place. And so they were part of your packet.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure that you guys understood that the resolution that you, just approved did include that provision.
Okay.
So I think maybe, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we could also just do another resolution approving those specifically.
And we're approving
A,
resolution to
approve, and let me find the.
have certain types of insurance
The
to.
debt management policy and a tax exempt bond policy.
Okay,
Okay?
all right. Well, then, using your words, do we have a motion to do that?
I move.
Would you say no? Is, we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, so, that's approved. Any other business? Seems like we ought to have something else. All right. Well, folks, please excuse me for my, sloppy, slipshod program here, but, sounds like everything's good.
You've done a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn? Yes. Second? All opposed? We're adjourned.